If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. All right, before I start the program, I have one quick announcement. If your mom or your dad left you here, please do not leave until your mom or your dad come back to get you. Do you all understand? Give me a thumbs up if you understand. All right, very good. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. When I was 7 years old, I watched the best movie ever. Does anyone know what movie that is? The Lion King. The Lion King was my favorite movie in the whole wide world. It was the story of a little lion cub named Simba who loses his mom and dad and learns to live without them. This movie had everything that I wanted. Drama. Everything the light touches is your kingdom. It had action. Stampede in the gorge. Simba's in it. And of course, it also had songs. Now, I'm not going to do it again. But I remember when I was 7 years old, going to show and tell in my elementary school, standing on my chair, singing this song for my whole class because I loved it so much. My mom knew that I loved it. One day, when I came home after school and I ran up to my bedroom, I noticed that there was a little box about the size of a shoebox that was sitting on the bed. And as I got closer towards it and I grabbed it and I picked it up, it's lying. What could possibly be inside? I opened it up and inside there was a fully functioning Simba action figure. Now remember, Simba is a lion over here, and so he has 4 legs that would go side to side, and it had a little button on the back. When you press the button, it would go. Okay, I want you guys to all do it with me. We're going to press the button, and it goes. You guys know it's really weak, like super duper weak, right? I want you to say it with your chest, like you mean it, especially you guys, mom, dad, everyone. Big words, okay? You're gonna press the button, it goes. Awesome. I took this with me everywhere. I remember in Minnesota where I live in the summertime. I would go outside and there'd be these little loons that would be in our yard. I'd go next to the loons, I'd press the button on the back of Simba and Simba would go. I remember at night when I'd be going to sleep, okay? And I'd be underneath the covers and Simba would be next to me and I'd say, Assalamu alaikum Simba, have a good night. And Simba would look at me and I'd press the button and he would go. Now at about that time, something different started happening at my masjid. There was a new group of people who started coming to my masjid. They spoke a different language than I spoke. They ate a different kind of food. They even wore different types of clothing. These people were called refugees. I want you to say it after me, refugees. Okay, I want you to say, you guys, I don't have that many rules in my program, but one of my rules, I want you to participate, all right? So when I say, I want you to say it again, okay? I want you to say refugees. 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 All right, one more time. Refugees.
Refugee.
Who here knows what it means to be a refugee? Yes, my man over here. Come to the front. Round of applause for my gentleman over here. Guys, when I say round of applause, I need a big round of applause. All right, big round of applause, big round of applause. Yes. All right, buddy, what's your name?
Rahim.
All right, Rahim, what in the world is a refugee?
A refugee is someone who had to flee from their home, like when there's a war.
So it was someone who had to leave their house because their house wasn't safe anymore. Now, is it just old men like me, or is it moms, dads, boys, girls, grandmas, grandpas? Like, are refugees everybody?
Yes.
All right, I want everyone to give Rahim a big round of applause. Big round of applause! Big round of applause! Yes! All right, if you guys are coming in, come closer. You guys come closer so that way you can enjoy it more, okay? So these people were from another country. And they had to leave that country because the country wasn't safe anymore. So the imam of my masjid, the leader of my masjid, he did something a little bit funny. One day, at the beginning of our masjid, he went to the front of the entire masjid, okay? He went to the front of the entire masjid. And he stood at the top. And he held up plastic bags. And we thought, why is the sheikh holding up plastic bags? He held up these plastic bags, and one by one, he began giving each one of us a plastic bag. And he told us, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when you go home, I want you to find the toy that you love the most. The toy that you love the most, I want you to open up the plastic bag, I want you to put it in, and I want you to bring it to the masjid because we are going to give these to these children, the refugees. They don't have any toys, they left them all, and Allah asks us to give out of what we love the most. Okay, so we went home. For my older brother, Muhammad, it was super easy. He opened up the plastic bag. He ran to the garage. He found his baseball glove. He put it in. He ran into the kitchen and he said, Mommy, this is what I love the most. For my older sister, Shireen, it was super easy too. Shireen opened up her plastic bag. She ran up to her bedroom. One by one, she started putting in her stuffed animals. She came downstairs to the kitchen. She said, Mommy, this is what I love the most. Do you guys know what toy I love the most? Simba. I remember that moment. I stood outside of my bedroom door. I stood outside of my bedroom door. I put my hand on the doorknob, I twisted it, and I pushed the door open. Simba was sitting on my bed. I looked at Simba, and Simba looked at me. I got closer towards him, and I started to sweat a little bit. Sweat starts dripping down my cheek. My throat starts to feel dry. I pick up Simba. I hold him in front of my eyes. I think about all of the moments that we shared together. I open up the plastic bag. As I start putting them in, my hand starts to shake and tremble, and sweat starts dripping down my cheek, and my throat is feeling dry, and I just couldn't do it. I put Simba down. Instead, I found an old Thomas the Train puzzle in the corner of my room, and I thought, Thomas the Train, this should be good. I grabbed the Thomas the Train puzzle, I put it in the bag, I run downstairs, I show it to my mom, and I say, here. But she goes, not so fast, mister. What's going on, Mom? What's the problem? She said, Amin, you were supposed to give the toy that you love the most. Why didn't you give away Simba? And she was right. I had to come up with something. And then I got it. I go to my mom, and I say, hey, Mommy. She says, yes. I say, hey, Mommy. She says, yes. I say, Mom, do you love me? And she says, yes, Amin, I love you. I said, Mommy, do you love me a lot? A lot? She said, yes, Amin, I love you a lot, a lot. I said, Mommy, do you love me more than anything in the whole wide world? She said, yes, Amin, I love you more than anything in the whole wide world. I said, well, if we are supposed to give out of what we love the most, why don't you give me away? And you know what my mom did? She gave me away. No, my mom didn't give me away. No, on that day, my mom told me a secret. She said, Amin, when you give out of what you love the most, when you have something and you love it so much, and you give it away for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah, our creator, will give you something so much better in this world and the hereafter. I thought, whoa, hold on, Mom. You're telling me if I give away Simba, you are going to give me something better? My mom said, no, not me. Not me. Allah, our creator. The one who created the entire universe, the one who created the sun and the stars and Mercury and the Milky Way and you and me. Allah promises that when we give out of what we love the most, Allah will give us something so much better. So on that day, I did give away Simba. I gave Simba away. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me something so much better. Do you want to know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed me to tell you this story today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and I even see... No, I'm just kidding. Who here has heard of Noor Kids before? Give me a round of applause if you've heard of Noor Kids before. Allahu Akbar. I want you to remember that this promise of God is true because I gave away that Simba. And it was a small thing, but I loved it a lot. And look at what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed me with. This opportunity to share this story. Now, for those of you that have not heard of Noor Kids before, Noor Kids follows a story of 4 characters, Amin, Shireen, Asad, and Amira, and they live in a city. Does anyone know what city they live in? What city? Say it out loud. Yes, they live in Maple Grove. And does anyone know what school they go to? They go to? Northport Elementary. Yes. Okay. Amin, Shireen, Asad, and Amira. Amin is a sports star. Lots of times you'll see him with a soccer ball because he loves sports. Baseball, soccer, football. He's got an older brother in college named Hasib. Sometimes he does stuff without thinking about it because he gets into trouble. Then there's Asad. Asad is a scientist. He loves to break things apart just to figure out how to put them back together again. He's got a little baby sister named Yusra. Then there is Shireen. Shireen is a trailblazer. She loves exploring all around the world. She's got her mom works for National Geographic, and lots of times you'll see her exploring all around the world, and she's got a twin brother named Jafar. Then there's Amira. Amira's an artist. She loves exploring all of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings through art and poetry and painting. Now, these 4 are the Noor Kids, all right? Now, today, I am going to be and by the way, do any of you guys have our books in the mail? Or get books? Alhamdulillah, awesome. So, you'll notice some of our books are blue, some of them are green, some of them are yellow, and it's because we follow these topics. Every one of our books follows one of these topics. A lot of times, families and kids don't know that, so I always like to tell them. Okay. Now today, I want to talk about being big-hearted. I want everyone to say being big-hearted, being big-hearted. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Brother Amin, my heart is only this big. How can I make my heart bigger? Okay, so I want you to repeat it after me. Plant-based whole foods. No, I'm just kidding. When I say being big-hearted, I don't mean making our hearts literally bigger. What I mean is being more kind, being more generous, being more loving, being someone who cares about your brothers and sisters. And the reason why this is such a big deal to me is because of this guy right in the middle, all right? This is a photo of me when I was a little kid. This is me, this little guy over here, watch. Look. Same guy. You see it? All right. That's me. That's my older brother Muhammad, and that's my older sister Shireen. Okay? I want to tell you about my brother Muhammad. Ever since I was a little kid, my older brother Muhammad was my best friend. My brother loved playing baseball, so I loved playing baseball. My brother played a game on the computer called Age of Empires, so I played a game on the computer called Age of Empires. My brother liked to wear his hat sideways, so I used to wear my hat sideways. My brother was my best friend, and what we would do after school, I would run up to his room every day, and we'd go outside, and we'd play baseball. But one day, it didn't work out that way. I remember running up to my brother's room and knocking on the door. It was like, Muhammad, are you in there? But he didn't say anything. Now, I knew my brother was in there. He just came back from school. He couldn't be sleeping yet. This is weird. So I knocked on the door again. Muhammad, are you in there? Again. No response. I knocked on it a third time. Muhammad, are you in there? And this time I took my ear and I put it on the door and I tried to listen. And I heard something. It was like, my older brother was crying. I asked him if I could come into the room, and when I came, I saw that my brother was sitting on his bed and he was crying. There was tears running down his cheeks. I sat next to him and I said, Muhammad, what's going on? And he said something to me. He said, Amin, the kids, not at school, but the kids at the masjid, they make fun of me. They make fun of the way I look. Sometimes they will play and have get-togethers and parties, but they'll never invite me. When they play games, I'll be the last one to get picked. They were bullying my brother. And when I saw that, it broke my heart. And I happen to know that every single one of you have been in a situation or a moment where you saw somebody else being mistreated. Maybe it was somebody on the bus, maybe it was someone on the playground, but you've likely seen another boy or a girl get treated like my brother was. And so today, I want to tell you a story in one of my favorite books. It's an older book called Noor Kids Stand Up to Bullying, okay? But before we start, I need everyone to say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. You guys, I gotta be honest with you. Honestly, I was in Chicago 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, group of kids just like this. And I asked them to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I gotta be honest with you. They said a little bit louder. They did a little bit louder. Do you guys think you can do a little bit louder? Yeah? All right. On the count of three, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. 1, 2, 3. All right, that was really good, but there was a couple of dads in the back who didn't do it, so we're going to do it again. No, I'm joking. That was a joke. We're not going to do it again. All right, that's a joke. All right. This story is called See into the Future. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay? By the way, if you are just walking in, if you guys are just walking in over there, you guys aren't going to be able to see it very well. There's some good seats right back there. If you guys want to go sit right back there, you guys will be able to see really nicely, okay? All right, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. See into the future. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See into the future. Everyone, please sit down in your chairs. I want to tell you about the science fair. The winner will be featured in the newspaper for all to see. You may even get the chance to appear on TV. Look at that, Mr. Salman. Asad raises his hand. After class, can I show you what I have made? Of course, says Mr. Salman. I'm sure it will be great. But hearing the teacher, Zayn felt dismayed. Dismayed means he was feeling kind of sad. The lunch bell rang and everyone started to clear away, except for Zayn, look at him, who decided to watch from his seat and stay. Here are the eyeglasses. They give you X-ray vision. Policemen can use the glasses to catch villains. Subhanallah, says Mr. Salman. Your glasses can help keep everyone in Maple Grove safe and sound. But Zayn had heard enough. He left the room, bitter, stomping on the ground. Will you guys help me with stomp on the ground? Stomp with anger. All right, very good, very good. Some of you guys are a little bit too angry, please. Please, guys, please. Don't worry, Asad, says Mr. Salman. I'm sure that he will come around. Zayn was jealous that Asad's project was so great, so he said something mean and filled with hate. I just saw the ugliest thing in the whole world, Zayn's glasses. They made me want to hurl. Sorry, Asad's glasses. I just saw the ugliest thing in the whole world, Asad's glasses. They made me want to hurl. Hurl means to throw up. Amin replies, Jeepers, Zayn, that was a seriously mean thing to say. Asad is my friend. You need to be kinder next time, okay? And plus, says this young man, I think the eyeglasses are really cool. They are probably the best project at school. After hearing the compliments, Zayn became even more envious and cruel. He stuck his foot out to trip Asad and make him look like a fool. Allahu Akbar, look at this! Look at this! Asad fell flat on his face. Food splattered all over the place. I tried to ignore you, but enough is enough, says Asad. Stop this. You are making my life so tough. Asad stood up for himself in front of Zayn. Asad tried to show him that bullying causes pain. When school was over, everyone climbed aboard the bus. Asad was worried. He didn't want Zayn to create another fuss. Asad, can I sit next to you? Asks Zayn. I guess, if you really have to. I'm sorry for being mean, says Zayn. That wasn't my intention. Is there any chance you would still let me see your invention? Sure, man. But Asad didn't realize Zayn's evil plan. Zayn threw the eyeglasses out the window, breaking them in half. Zayn held his belly and began to laugh. guys don't have an evil laugh? Do you guys have an evil laugh? Let's all do it together. I count to 3. Okay, evil laugh together. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. Now you have nothing for the fair tomorrow. I cannot wait to see you in sorrow. Allahu Akbar. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at what's happened. Okay, question. Why is Zayn bullying Asad? Why is he? Let me call on Salima. Salima, why don't you come up to the front? Everyone give her a big round of applause. You guys, big round of applause, yes. All right, young lady, what is your name?
Salima,
And Salima, how old are you?
7.
7 years old. Okay, Salima, why is Zayn bullying Asad?
Because he's jealous.
And what is it? Why is Zayn jealous of Asad?
I think because he asked to show him his creation, and he went up, and he was jealous that he made his X-ray glasses.
Absolutely. I want everyone to give Salima a big round of applause. You're doing great. Give me 5. Okay. Now, Salima, how did Asad try to stand up for himself already? Like, what did Asad do to try to stand up for himself already?
He prayed.
He prayed, but he said something, right? Remember in the lunchroom, he said something to Zayn. Do you remember what he said?
Did he say stop this?
Yes, he said stop he said stop this. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing, you guys. I need you to know this, all right? The very first thing, by the way, before we even go to a mom or a dad or a principal or anyone for help, the first thing, just wait for me. The first thing that we have to do is we have to stand up for ourselves, okay? We have to stand up for ourselves. I want everyone to say it, stand up for ourselves. As Muslims, we're not scared to stand up for ourselves. Like Asad said, hey, stop this. Enough is enough. Please stop. You guys all remember that. Asad did that. He stood up for himself. He tried to tell him to stop, but Salima, he didn't stop, did he?
Yes, he didn't. He kept bullying him.
He's still bullying. So now, Salima, if bullying ever gets physical, okay? If somebody like hits you or does something physical, who do you think you should go to next?
Your parent or your teacher.
If bullying ever gets physical, at that point you have to talk to a responsible adult. It could be a mom or a dad, it could be a teacher, it could be a principal, but whenever it gets physical, you have to get some help. I want everyone to give Salima a huge round of applause. Huge round of applause! You can go sit down. All right, hey guys, please. All right, very good. So Asad tried to stand up for himself. It hasn't stopped. It's still continuing. Let's see what happens. By the way, Salima's shirt was pretty cool. That was Shireen. Did you guys see that? Shireen. By the way, we've got a booth here. You know, check it out. No, I'm kidding. All right. Dad, today Zayn broke my eyeglasses because he wants to see me fail. He is evil. I want him to be behind bars in jail. I'm so sorry, son, says Dad. I'll call his parents to tell them what he has done. Later that day, Dad comes back. I spoke with Zayn's parents about what he did today, and they said that Zayn learned his lesson and will no longer treat you that way. Now I think it's time you build an even better invention. What do you say? You think so, Dad, says Asad. Absolutely, sport. Just ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. He is your very best support. Asad gathered his tools and supplies. He was determined to win first prize. Asad worked the whole entire night. He wouldn't give up without a fight. After finishing, Asad raised his hands and began to pray. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you guided me through a tough situation. Now, my Lord, I ask you to help me win this competition. People trickled into the school auditorium for the science fair. Look, that's the school. They've got a sign that's a science fair. Each student had an amazing gadget to share. They have the speakers here. Psst, paging Asad. Paging Asad, the judges are waiting for you. Asad, what do you have to show us today, say the judges. Behold, says Asad, the eyeglasses 2.0. It scans your mind to see how you think, then it guesses your future and draws it in ink. We are impressed, say the judges. Your invention is the best. The crowd gave a standing ovation. They loved Asad's newest creation. Okay, you guys, a standing ovation is when you stand up and you give a round of applause. Okay, I want you to give Asad the standing ovation. Everyone stand up. Let's give Asad a round of applause. Yes, a big round of applause. Come on, everyone, stand up. Stand up. Come on, everyone. Yes, for Asad. Let's go. Let's go. Round of applause. You guys stand up. Ovation. Yes, let's go. Let's go. All right, sorry. Oh man, this is fun. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. All right, this is good. Whoo! Got a little workout too. All right. Asad came off the stage and went to find Zayn. He now had a way to show how bullying causes pain. Because remember, these glasses, they see into the future. So, Zayn, would you like to try these glasses on? Asks Asad. Zayn replies, aren't you worried that I will break them or do something wrong? Says, no, just put them on and tell me, what do you see? Zayn replies, when I look at you, I see a king, someone I want to be. But when I see myself, I see someone poor, alone, and on his knees. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what is going to happen to me? Asad replies, have you read the Quran recently? Asad continues, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises justice for every atom of good and evil. Don't you see? An atom is every speck, every little bit. That means he will punish you if you continue bullying me. I'm so sorry about the other day, says Zayn. I cannot believe I acted in such a bad way. My bullying will stop forever, starting today. You guys give me a round of applause. Come on, a big round of applause. Big round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Wow, standing? Seriously? Okay, all right, very good. Thank you. All right. So look, I actually want to sing a nasheed for you. I think you might. It's a pretty good one. My voice is pretty, it's not that good. I have been confused for Maher Zayn a couple times, all right? I'm kidding. No, I've never actually been confused for him. But before we get there, I need to ask a couple of quick questions, all right? First, what did Zayn see in his future and why? I'm going to call him this young bundle of sunshine here. Why don't you come? Give her a big round of applause. Big round of applause. And what is your name?
Khadija.
And Khadija, how old are you?
9 or 10.
Wait, hold on. 9 or are you 10?
I just turned 10.
She just turned 10. Oh my goodness. All right, now Khadija, what did Zayn see in his future?
That he was poor and on his knees.
And why did Zayn see that in his future? Because when he put on these glasses that see in the future, he saw that he was poor, alone, and on his knees. Why did he see that in his future?
Because he was bullying Asad.
Because he was bullying. And what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say about justice?
That you have to have justice with everyone.
Yeah, every atom of good and evil, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us for every atom of good, when we do good, Allah will compensate us for it. We'll be benefited from it. But if we do bad, and if you're bullying, don't be surprised if something bad happens to you, right? Okay, now last question for you, Khadija. Asad was bullied 3 times, okay? The first time when he was sitting and the boy made fun of the glasses and he said, "Oh, they make me want to hurl." What did Asad do?
Oh, his friends stand up for him?
His friends stood up for him. That was number 1. The second time when they were in the lunchroom and he was tripped, what did Asad do?
He stood up for himself.
He stood up for himself. And then the third time when it didn't stop, where did he go to for help?
His parents.
His parents. I want everyone to give Khadija a huge round of applause. Huge round of applause, please. Oh my goodness. So, when we think about bullying, you guys, this is pretty important, all right? There are 3 key things. First, if we see it, we should try to ignore it, kind of like how Asad did. Second, we should ourselves say, "Hey, stop it." And then number 3, we should tell an adult. Now, our Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings, talks about something. It's about being an upstander. I want everyone to say upstander, upstander. One more time, upstander. One last time, upstander. Okay? So if you remember at the very beginning of this story, this is Asad's friend Amin. Do you guys remember what Amin did? Amin stood up for his friend. Amin said, "Hey buddy, that's not cool, you should stop." Our Holy Prophet, peace and blessings be on him, tells us that we need to do this. He tells us, if we see injustice, if we see evil, if we see someone who's being bullied, say you are at masjid, and another girl is saying something really rude or nasty to another girl. Maybe everyone is being invited to play, but there's one person who's being left out. Maybe everyone is getting picked for a soccer team, but one person is left. It is our job as Muslims, when we see injustice, we should first try to fix it with our hands. If we can't fix it with our hands, we should speak out against it. If we can't speak out against it, then at a minimum, we should feel bad about it in our hearts. That's what it means to be an upstander. I want everyone to say it again, upstander. Now here's the thing. When our Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be on him, was in Mecca and he was telling people about Islam, he was bullied a lot. All right, if you can hear me, clap once. You can hear me, clap twice. You can hear me, clap 3 times. Our own Holy Prophet was bullied a lot. People would call him bad names. People would throw garbage at him. People would, where he would walk, they would put thorns there. They were very mean. They bullied him, okay? But our Prophet, peace and blessings be on him, had some friends, some companions, people who really loved him. And when he left Mecca and went to Medina, the people welcomed him. In fact, they even sang a song to him when they welcomed him. It was called Tala al-Badru alayna, all right? And I want all of us to do this together, all right? So what I want you to do, I want you to sit on your chair with your back straight, okay? Hands on your knees, okay? Your chest out. We're first going to send blessings on our Holy Prophet, peace and blessings be on him, and we're going to sing this song called Tala al-Badru alayna. This is a song that the people in Medina sang when they welcomed our Holy Prophet. These were upstanders. These were people who helped stand up against bullying, all right? Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. All together, do it with me. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داعي. All together. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank you so much. Will you guys give me one more round of applause? One more round of applause! All right. So I have one quick announcement, and then I have one more quick announcement, all right? First announcement. So we have another story time planned right after this one, all right? So if you enjoyed do you guys want me to do another story time? No, you don't want me? I'll just go, it's fine. Do you guys want another one? Yeah. All right. So here's what's going to happen. We have about 5 minutes, and then we're going to do our next one, okay? Now, again, if your parents left you here, you cannot leave until your parents come grab you. But we do have another story time that's about to begin in about 5 minutes. We'll get our jitters out. We'll do some stretching, stuff like that. It'll be good. Number one. It's actually not in 5 minutes. It's about 10 minutes, all right? Wait, what is that? Oh, okay, we have an Araha speaker who's going to say a couple of words, okay, who's here. Number one, hey, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. I don't want anyone to get up yet. I want everyone to just chill for a moment. Everyone, please just continue to sit down. We have one speaker who's going to come up for a moment. I do want to say one more thing about Noor Kids. Who here's heard of Noor Kids before? So, Noor Kids, what a lot of people might not know, every single week, every Thursday and every Saturday, we do a story time just like this, all right? If you are interested in it, we have a booth. You can join. Alhamdulillah, it's awesome. Okay, number one. Also, we have a YouTube channel. So if you liked our program, inshallah, you might like our YouTube channel as well. Now, we have a special speaker, Sister Munna from Araha. Araha is a very special organization that is focused on bringing relief to the Horn of Africa, an area that is experiencing some issues specifically with respect to water and famine. Without any further ado, we have Sister Mona. Can we give her a big, loud round of applause? You guys, big round of applause.
Big round. Up above your heads. There you go, up high. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much. My name is Muna. I'm with Araha. Can everybody say Araha? Araha. You know, in Araha, who knows in Araha in Arabic what it means? Who knows? Anybody know? Okay, it means I see her. Okay? So when you say Araha, it means I see her. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about what Araha does. How many people have ever felt hungry? You felt hungry before? You felt thirsty before? And then when someone comes and says, here's a nice cool water or Fanta, what do you like to drink? Soda? What kind of soda? Cherry Coke. Somebody's like, here's a really nice cherry Coke for you. Then you're like, man, you're amazing. Thank you so much. So that's what Araha does. We go around the world, especially in the Horn of Africa, and we support anybody. We're walking around, we're seeing people who are hungry or people who are in need, and we support them. But the money that we have or the resources that we have, you know where it comes from? Who knows where it comes from? Yeah? It comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has rizq and then He gives it to certain people, right? So you might have the money in your hand, or somebody else might have it, or your parents might have it, but that rizq is written for someone. So the best things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do for you is make you a person who becomes an avenue for that rizq to reach someone else, right? That someone else smiles because of you. Everybody else... everybody show me the big smile? Can I see a big smile? Big smiles! Does anybody feel sad if you smile? Oh, wow, those amazing smiles. There's some blinding smiles. Wow, oh my God. So we're trying to spread smiles all around the world. So next time when you leave, what are you going to tell? Go research and learn more about Araha. Can everybody say Araha? Araha. What does Araha mean? I see you. There we go. So we ask you to see the Horn of Africa, see the people that are in need, and then become a person that helps people, okay? Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoy.
All right, guys, so we are going to do a quick thing, all right? Because, look, when we've been sitting down for so long, it can be really, really tough, all right? And I know what that's like, because when I sit down for too long, sometimes I feel like, oh, my goodness, I wish I could get up. So, 4:45, okay, very good. So here's what I'm going to ask everyone to do. I want everyone to stand up real quick. Stand up. Everyone, all right, because we need to get this out. Even if you're an adult, okay, all right, everyone stand up. I want everyone to reach as high as they can. Reach as high as they can, all right? And we're going to touch our toes, all right? Now I'm going to do this, and I want you to follow, okay? We're going to just do this for a minute, and then we're going to do the story time, all right? Follow 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. All right, that was pretty good. We're going to do it one more time a little bit faster. See if you can keep up, all right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. All right, very good. Everyone sit down. We're going to start our story time. I hope everyone got a little bit of their feelies out, and we can, inshallah, go ahead and get started. All right? All right. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. All right. If you guys are coming in, try to get seats on this side. These seats are, inshallah, going to be the better ones, okay? I'll just wait for 2 minutes while people get settled. What's that?
I know the 99 meal for one.
MashaAllah. Will you guys go grab a seat? All right, so come grab a seat, and we're going to get started in just about a minute.
MashaAllah, amazing event.
Alhamdulillah.
I haven't been to this one.
Oh, really?
Are the parents leaving the kids here typically?
Generally not, but some parents are. So.
Okay. All right, I gotta take out something. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
All right, you guys, grab your seats, and we're going to get started in about 1 minute. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. I am 7 years old. I'm standing in my mom's bedroom looking at the mirror, chewing. I'm like, It is the yummiest. It is the juiciest. It is the sweetest, most mouth-wateringest chewing gum I have tried in my entire life. Then I grab that chewing gum and I tiptoe over to my mom's dresser. I stand on my tippy toes, I open up the drawer, I look to the left, I look to the right, and right as I'm about to put the chewing gum inside, my mom walks into the room. She looks at me. She says, Amin, did you take that chewing gum from the grocery store? I look at my mom and I gulp just like this. I'm like, I look at her straight in the eyes and I say, no, but here's the thing. On that day when my mom asked me if I had taken that chewing gum from the grocery store and I said no, do you know what I had done?
You stole it.
I lied, but I have to tell you the whole story, okay? I have to tell you the whole story. Earlier that day, I was sitting on my couch and I was reading a book and I was like, oh my goodness, this story is so awesome. Oh, it's amazing. And my mom comes and she said, Amin, we have to go to the grocery store. Does that ever happen to you guys? Yeah? I didn't want to go to the grocery store. I didn't care about eggs or milk or cheese or any of those things. I just wanted to stay home. So when I got to the grocery store, I was angry and I was upset. I was walking around just like this. I was like, oh, man, I really wish I wasn't here. I really wish I wasn't at the grocery store. I really wish I was at home. But then, out of the corner of my eyes, I saw it. It was purple, and it was pink, and it was blue, and when I grabbed it and I put it into my hands, it said, Bubblicious. You guys, it was the yummiest. It was the juiciest. It was the sweetest, most mouth-wateringest chewing gum I'd seen in my entire life. You guys, it was dripping in watermelon sweetness. I took this chewing gum, I put it against my chest, and I started thinking about all the places I could eat it. I was like, oh man, I could chew this on the bus on the way to school. I could chew this while I'm on the couch reading a book. I could chew this while I'm going down the slide in the playground. And now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Brother Amin, if you love the chewing gum, if you love it, well then why don't you just marry it? Okay, but of course that's silly because you can't marry chewing gum, and I'm only 7 years old. Anyways, back to the story. I have the chewing gum in my hands, and my mom comes. And my mom says, Amin, what do you got? I say, Mommy, this is Bubblicious, Mommy. Mommy, it's sweet. Mommy, it's juicy. Mommy, it's dripping in watermelon sweetness. But before I can finish, my mom says, N-O, no. Do your parents ever say that? My mom said, Amin, we have so many chewing gums. Why could you possibly need another one? I said, no, but Mommy, this one's different. Mommy, this one's Bubblicious. Mama, this one is strawberry flavored. Mama, please. But by the time I looked up, my mom was already gone. She had gone to the cash register. So I took that chewing gum, and I tiptoed back to where I found it. I stood on my tippy toes, and right before I was about to put it back, I looked to the left, I looked to the right, and then I did something unlike anything I had ever done in my entire life. I opened up my pocket and I dropped it in, and I forgot all about it. Until my mom found me, then I started crying my eyes, and I was like, Mommy, Mommy, I'm so, Mom, I'm so sorry. Mom, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know how I did that. Mom, I'm only 7 years old. I'm too young to go to jail. And you know what my mom did? She sent me to jail. No, my mom didn't send me to jail. On that day, my mom told me a story, and that story changed my life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to tell you 2 more stories, okay? The first story is a story that changed my life. It's a story that helped me build a love for reading, but it also taught me a very important lesson. The second story I'm going to tell you is a story that I wrote, and it is my most favorite story that we've ever written. If you're with me, clap once. If you're with me, clap twice. If you're with me, clap 3 times. All right. Who here has heard the story of a boy who cried wolf? Yes. Awesome. All right. Let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a boy who lived at the top of a mountain all by himself. Now, this boy was a shepherd. Who here knows what it means to be a shepherd? What does a shepherd take care of? Sheep. Okay? I'm going to use this because it's a big room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The boy lived at the top of a mountain all by himself, and there he took care of sheep. As you might imagine, living at the top of a mountain all by yourself can get a little bit lonely. So one day, he came up with an idea to get everyone from the bottom of the mountain up to the top. The boy goes to the top of the mountain, and he screams at the top of his lungs. He goes, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf!" And everyone from the bottom of the mountain, they come running to the top and they say, "Where's the wolf? Where's the wolf?" But the boy just laughs. He's like, "I got you, there's no wolf." But the people get upset. They say, "Boy, if there's no wolf, don't cry wolf." And they go back down. Now the day continues to pass, and the little boy at the top of the mountain starts to feel lonely again, and he thinks, it worked once, why don't I try it again? So he goes to the top of the mountain and he screams at the top of his lungs. I need you guys to help me, okay? He goes, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf!" And everyone from the bottom of the mountain, they come running to the top and they say, "Where's the wolf? Where's the wolf?" And this time the boy slaps his knees. He's like, "Ha ha 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 ha, I gotcha. There's no wolf." But the people get upset. They say, "Boy, if there's no wolf, don't cry wolf." And they go back down. Now the day slowly passes, okay? The day slowly passes. The sun tucks behind the mountains, and the moon shines like a lamp in the night sky. And the little boy is sleeping in his bed, okay? He's like, "Shh. You guys, let him sleep. You guys, let him sleep, let him sleep." Shh. But then he hears something. He hears something from outside of his window. So he gets up and out of his bed, and he tiptoes over to the window, and he stands on the tippy toes, and he opens up the blinds, and there's a wolf. So the boy goes to the top of the mountain, and he screams at the top of his lungs. You guys help me out. He goes, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf!" And everyone from the bottom of the mountain stays there. The boy looks on. He sees that one by one, each and every single sheep is being taken by the wolves. He thinks, I've got to do something. I've got to do something. So he goes to the top of the mountain again, and he screams at the top of his lungs. He goes, say it with me, he goes, wolf, wolf, there's a wolf. And everyone from the bottom of the mountain stays there. By the end of the night, each and every single sheep has been taken by the wolves. Now the next day, an old man from the bottom of the mountain, he comes to the top and he sees the boy. But this time the boy isn't laughing. This time the boy isn't giggling. No, this time the boy is crying. He's like, last night there was a wolf that came in, and the wolf took all of the sheep. Because that's what you guys sound like when you cry and talk at the same time, isn't it? It is. It totally is. 100%. Okay, back to the story. The little boy is crying. The old man comes and he puts his arm around the boy and he says, boy, I am going to help you find your sheep. You guys, this is important. I want everyone to pay attention. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The old man comes, he puts his arm around the boy. He says, boy, I am going to help you find your sheep, but today I need you to learn a very important lesson. And the old man looks at him straight in the eyes, and he says, nobody believes a liar, even when he tells the truth. And then my mom closes the book, and she looks at me, and she said, Amin, do you understand? And I said, yes, Mommy, I understand. And she said, Amin, what do you understand? And I said, nobody believes a liar, even when he tells the truth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on that day, I made a terrible mistake. I did something that I never should have done, and I got grounded. Being grounded means that you can't even leave your room. I got grounded for so long that in fact I'm still grounded today. No, I'm not grounded anymore. No. I actually had to go back to that Tom Thumb grocery store and give it to the person and say sorry. I asked for forgiveness. But I also learned my lesson, and I learned my lesson through reading. Who here loves to read? You love to read? All right, come up to the front. Let's give this young gentleman a round of applause. Handsome boy right here. Who else loves to read? Over here, let's have this young woman come. Up to the front, round of applause. Yes, right over here. Look at this beautiful dress, mashallah. One last person who loves to read. We'll have this boy right here. Yep, come up to the front. Round of applause. All right. Now look, here's the thing, you guys. I don't have that many rules. One of my rules in my programs is I take round of applause very seriously, okay? So if I ask for a round of applause, I need a big round of applause. Big round of applause. Yes! Yes! Oh my God, yes! Don't stop. Let's go! All right. What's your name?
Ishmael,
Ishmael, how old are you?
8.
And Ishmael, why do you love to read?
That is I do not know.
But do you like to read?
Yes.
What makes you enjoy reading? Is it fun?
Yes.
It's fun? You like reading because it's fun?
Yes.
All right, I want to give Ishmael a big round of applause. Big round of applause. All right, my little buddy, what is your name?
Isaac.
And Isaac, how old are you?
4.
4 years old, Isaac. And Isaac, why do you love to read?
Because it's more fun.
Because it's even more fun than what Ishmael said. Oh my God, give this boy a round of applause. Round of applause for Isaac. All right, my young princess, what is your name?
Sophia.
And Sophia, how old are you?
7.
And Sophia, why do you love to read?
I don't really know.
Do you like reading because through reading, Sophia, you can learn?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I want everyone to give Sophia a big round of applause. And can we all just appreciate this beautiful Amira shirt she's wearing, mashallah, available at the Noor Kids booth outside. Anyways, all right, round of applause for Ishmael, Isaac, and Sophia. You guys can all sit down. Go sit. You guys, big round of applause, please. Okay, hold on, everybody. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. All right, so we are going to, I love to read for all of the reasons that Ishmael and Sophia and Isaac and Ishmael. MashaAllah. Okay, it's like Ishaq and Ismail. So here's the thing, you guys. I love to read for all of those same reasons. Reading is fun. It takes you to a whole new world. Reading teaches you empathy. Can everyone say it after me? Empathy. One more time, empathy. One last time, empathy. Empathy means when you stand in someone else's shoes. When we read, it's like we're standing in someone else's shoes, looking at the world from where they're looking at the world, okay? Like when I told you the story of the boy who cried wolf, it's like we were standing in his shoes, looking at the world from where he was looking at it. But the most important I like to read is because of what Sophia said. Sophia or Sophie? Sophia, what Sophia said. Through reading, we can learn. Who here has been reading the Quran? Who here knows the first verse that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to mankind in the instruction manual that He gave us, the Quran? What is the first piece of advice that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us, instructions? What is it?
Fatiha.
It is not actually Fatiha. Fatiha is the first surah of the Quran, the first verse of the Quran. I'm going to go over here to my young, handsome gentleman here. What is it? Do you know? You forgot. Okay, no problem. Let's phone a friend. The first verse that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed, what is it? Yeah, you. Why don't you come to the front? Come to the front. Everyone give her a round of applause. Round of applause. Oh my goodness. Look at this little princess here, okay? Okay, so what is the first verse that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala... Now remember this. Remember Allah, creator of the entire universe. The sun, the stars, the galaxies, the Milky Way, you and me. Allah gives us an instruction manual where He gives us advice on how we should live our life. The first piece of advice that Allah tells us in the Quran, the instructions for us, what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say?
اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق.
اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. Very good. Round of applause. Very good. Yes. You guys, big round of applause. She did so good. Oh my goodness. Wow. You guys are so smarty, mashallah. I mean, I knew that you guys were going to be good, but this good? Wow, this is something else. All right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, the first verse that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals, He says to read in the name of your Lord. Reading is so important that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, because through reading we can learn. Like, remember when I told you the story of the boy who cried wolf? I had made a mistake, but I learned my lesson, and I learned it through reading, all right? Now these days, I don't just like to read books, I write books too. Who here's heard of Noor Kids before? Give me a round of applause if you've heard of Noor Kids before. Oh my goodness, alhamdulillah, all right? So now, does anyone want to guess how many books we've created for Noor Kids? How many books? 80, very close. Anyone else want to guess? In the back. Yeah, right there. Yeah, you. How many? 100, a little bit less. No, it's more than 80, so it has to be more than 70. Very close. We have around 87 or 88 books, all right? And every book has 2 stories, all right? And the way Noor Kids works, like many of you might know, is every month you get a new book in the mail. Inshallah, it's something you can look into. But a lot of times, you guys, this is very important, so I want you to pay attention. This is important to me, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lot of people ask me, they say, Brother Amin, what is your favorite book that you ever wrote? Your favorite story, the story that means the most to you? Now, a few years ago, my mom was very sick. And when my mom was very sick, everyone said, Amin, you should pray for your mom. Amin, you should make dua for your mom. But I used to wonder, how could Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answer my prayer? How could I be 100% sure that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could answer my prayer? So I wrote this story. And by the way, I know that each and every one of you in your life might be making dua for something, okay? Maybe you're making dua because your grandma or grandpa are sick. Maybe you're making dua because you're trying to do better in school. Maybe you're trying to do dua so your mom or your dad's job goes better. I want you to remember why we can be sure that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can answer our prayers. And we're going to be reading this book called The Power of Prayer. Now, you guys all know the characters, Amin, Shireen, Asad, and Amira. They live in a city called Maple Grove. They go to a school called Northport Elementary. We're not going to do this because I did it in the first one. We're going to get started, okay? But before we start, I need everyone to say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, you guys, you have to realize that Brother Amin, man, I'm getting tired. This is story time number 2, back to back. I need your energy. I need your energy. I need everything you got, all right? On the count of 3, let's do a big Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. 1, 2, 3. All right, that was pretty good, but again, there's a couple dads in the back who didn't do it, so we're going to do it again. I'm kidding. I love that joke. I do it every time. All right, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Call on your Creator. If you can hear me, clap once. You can hear me, clap twice. You can hear me, clap 3 times. It was the first soccer match of the summer, and Amin wanted to score a goal more than anything. Give me the ball, says Amin. Amin began running as fast as he could. He needed to find the perfect spot before taking a shot. Got it, just need to dribble a bit further. Ouch, ouch, my ankle, says Amin. While running, Amin tripped and twisted his ankle. He was hurt. His friends gathered around to help. The boys looked at Amin's red and swollen ankle with concern. Look at this. This has to be the worst thing in the whole wide world, says Amin. There is no way I can play for the rest of the season. Is there anything we can do to help? Asks Asad. No, says Amin. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing anyone can do. This is just my luck. How miserable. While Amin became depressed about his situation, Asad came up with an idea to cheer him up. Say, Amin, I know things are tough with the injury and all, but maybe you could help me finish a robot I've been working on? It will be fun, I promise. Amin agreed. The two walked towards Asad's house to begin working. Thanks, Asad. You're a real pal, you know that? Don't mention it. That is what friends are for. Once the two reached Asad's garage, they began working on the robot, designing its blueprint, welding its pieces, and programming its operations. Finally, Amin turned the robot on. Its eyes lit up and it began talking. Assalamu alaikum. I am Ali the android. Let me show you what I can do. I can jump up and down. I can zip all around. I can even fly towards the sky. But on the way down from his flight, the android made a mistake and fell down too fast. Ouch, ouch, my knees. Landing on his feet, the android's knees buckled. Ali was in pain. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the poor android is hurt. What should we do? Cries Amin. We created him, right? That means we can fix him too, says Asad. Asad began repairing Ali the android, replacing the springs, installing new wires, and painting the metal. I feel better than ever, Asad. Thanks for your care. After Ali the android was fixed, Amin decided it was time for him to go home. But as he got up to walk, he felt pain in his ankle again. Oh man, says Amin. With all of this fun, I forgot that I twisted my ankle. I wish it could be healed, but there is absolutely no hope. Hold on, Amin. There is hope. I have an idea. Maybe we can learn from Ali the android. All right, before we go on, a couple of questions. Raise your hand if you want to help. Raise your hand. I'm going to go to this young woman right here. Why don't you come to the front? Come to the front. Round of applause. Round of applause. You guys, big round of applause. Yes. All right, young woman, what is your name?
Iman.
Now, Iman, have Amin and Ali the android gone through similar problems?
Yes.
What happened to Amin?
He twisted his ankle.
Yeah, Amin twisted his ankle while playing soccer. And what happened to Ali the android?
While he was flying up, he fell down.
Ali the android hurt his knees because he fell down too fast. Now, Iman, who fixed Ali the android?
Asad.
Asad the lion, right? Asad the lion fixed Ali the android. And Iman, why is it? Why is it that Asad the lion could fix Ali the android? Is it because Asad created him?
Yeah.
So why is it that Asad could fix Ali the android?
Because he created him.
Excellent. So if that's true, then who do you think Amin can go to for help? Who do you think can help fix Amin? Who created Amin? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? I want everyone to give Iman a big round of applause. Big round of applause. You can go sit down. Yes. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are doing such a great job, by the way. We're almost done, I promise, but this is really good, okay? It'll be worth it. So look, Asad fixed Ali the android. Why? Because Asad created Ali the android. In the same way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created each one of us. Allah is our creator. In the same way that Ali the android, Asad could fix Ali the android, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can help fix us anytime we have problems, all right? Wow, what an incredible idea. I wish I would have thought about it sooner. I will call on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. Inshallah, through him, I can get better. Amin left to go home. He was excited to pray for a quick recovery. Upon reaching home, Amin began preparing to talk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, by the way, does anyone here know who the President of the United States of America is? Who is it? Joe Biden. Now, if you were going to have a meeting, you were going to meet with the President, would you want to wear clean clothes or dirty clothes? Would you want to smell good or would you want to smell bad? Would you want to take a shower or would you want to be all dirty? Now, Amin is not getting ready to speak with the President. Amin is preparing to speak with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator. By the way, every time we put our hands out, and we talk to Allah, it's like we are in a meeting with Allah. It's so easy. He put on clean white clothes to look his best. He performed wudu to clean his body and his soul. And he dabbed on some perfume, some itar, or perfume, for a beautiful scent. Amin walked onto his prayer mat and he raised his hands to the sky. Now here's the thing, you guys. I know that each and every one of you is likely making dua, praying for something that you really want. Maybe it's for a Lego set. Maybe it is for some magnet tiles. Maybe it's for a pet kitten. Maybe it is to go to Jannah. Maybe it is to finish hifz. Maybe it is to do well in math. Maybe it's for your grandma or grandpa to feel better. I know that every single one of us likely has du'as that we want. I want to teach you a recipe on how to do this, but you guys are very important. You guys have been doing so good. Can you guys clap once? Can you hear me clap once? Can you hear me clap twice? Can you hear me clap 3 times? This is the most important part of today's story time, okay? If we ever want to talk to Allah, we can, anytime and in any language. And I'm going to teach you a recipe. First, we put our hands out like this. Can you guys put your hands out like this? And we say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Say it. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We'll do questions afterwards, okay? So, what I'm first going to do is I'm going to call Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by his beautiful names. If you know of any of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's names, you can call on Allah by his names, okay? I like to recite this. You don't need to recite it, but I like to do it. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, oh my Lord, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. The first thing I do is I think about different blessings I have, and I thank Allah for it. Again, you don't need to recite it, but I like to recite it. Ya Allah, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think about different blessings. Thank you, Ya Allah, for the eyes you've given me that I see with. Thank you for the lips you've given me that I speak with. Thank you for the hands you've given me that I play with. Thank you, Ya Allah, for the dad you've given me who cares for me. Ya Allah, thank you for the mom you've given me who loves me. Ya Allah, thank you for the clothing you've given me that I wear. Ya Allah, thank you for the home that I live in. Ya Allah, Ya Allah. So first, what did I do? I thought about different blessings. You can think about whatever blessings you have, and you thank Allah. The second thing you do is you ask Allah for forgiveness for mistakes that you've made. Ya Allah, even though you've given me so much, I've made so many mistakes. Ya Allah, when I forgot about you and was playing my games or watching TV and I should have been praying, Ya Allah, I'm sorry, I never should have done that. Ya Allah, for the times that I was being mean or nasty to my brother or my sister, I never should have done that. Ya Allah, for the time that I took the chewing gum from the grocery store, I never should have done that. Ya Allah, please forgive me, I'm sorry. First, I gave thanks. Then I asked for forgiveness. Third, I pray for other people, because realize, when we pray for other people, the angels that listen to our prayers, they say Amin, and Ya Allah, also give it to him too, right? So when we pray for other people, it's good for us too. So who are other people that need prayers? We think about them. Ya Allah, for all the boys and girls who don't have a mom or a dad, Ya Allah, make it easy for them. Ya Allah, for people who are sick, Ya Allah, please cure them. Ya Allah, for moms or dads who are looking for a job and don't have one, Ya Allah, please give it to them. And we always want to remember our mom and our dad. Ya Allah, I pray especially for my mom and my dad, just like they took care of me when I was a baby. Ya Allah, take care of them when they get older. Ya Allah, for anyone who's trying to have a baby and is having difficulty, Ya Allah, please make it easy for them. So we pray for other people. And now we pray for ourselves, whatever we want. If it's for the Lego set, if it's for the magnet tiles, if it's for the pet kitten, if it's for a grandma or grandpa to get recovered from their sickness, if it's to go to Jannah, if it's for him, whatever we want, we can pray for, okay? That recipe, I want you to know, a time is going to come when you are going to wish you could speak to Allah. This is a recipe. We can do that any day, any time, in any language, all right? So this is what Amin does. What happens? The very next day, as Amin woke up, he looked at his feet. And they still hurt a little bit. They still did hurt a little bit, but the redness had disappeared. Amin smiled and thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for answering his prayer. He was on his way to a quick and a speedy recovery. Will you guys give me a round of applause? All right, I have one last question and then an announcement, all right? Actually, this is a pretty tough question. I don't think you guys will know it. It's better, I should just skip it. Skip it? I'll just skip it. This one's too tough. It's too tough. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's too tough. I'm just gonna go. It's too tough. Okay, all right. There's actually nothing down there. I don't know why I did that. It just felt like the right thing to do. All right. Here's the thing. In the story, we learned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-Khaliq. Allah is the one who created us. Allah is also al-Mubdi, the one who's like our inventor, the one who invented us, okay? And because of that, because Allah created us, we learned that Allah can fix us too. Just like Asad could fix Ali the android. Now here's the thing. Every invention in the whole world, every single invention has an instruction manual that shows you how it works. If you get a cell phone, it has an instruction manual, it shows you how it works. If you get a computer, it gives you an instruction manual, it shows you how it works. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invented us. Did Allah give us an instruction manual to show us how we are supposed to work? Did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us an instruction manual? What's the instruction manual?
The Quran.
Yes, mashallah. Everyone give her a big round of applause. Big round of applause. Take a bow, mashallah, mashallah. Come take a seat. Now here's the thing, you guys. I am the author of Noor Kids. Author. An author means I'm the one who writes the books. Now every book in the world has an author like me. There's someone who wrote it. Every single book, when you go to the library, has an author. There's only one book that is unique. It's the Quran. Because in the Quran, every verse, every letter, every word, every detail wasn't written by a human being like me. They are the words of our Creator, and that is our instruction manual. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you did such an awesome job today. You guys are so smart, so beautiful, mashallah. You guys were an awesome audience. Can you give yourselves one final round of applause? Final round of applause. And I will ask you that I know in this group there are a lot of people who are going through difficulty, right? Some of us might know about that difficulty. Some of us might not know about that difficulty, okay? But I would like you all together, all of us, to recite Surah Fatiha together, okay? And we will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send those blessings to my mom who ended up passing away, but also we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help anyone in our crowd who's going through any difficulty, okay? So we'll do it together. Do you want to lead us? Okay, come. Okay, you guys, we're almost done, but just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, raise your hands together. We're going to be doing Surah Fatiha.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
MashaAllah. Round of applause, round of applause. You did great. Why don't you take a seat? Noora, give a round of applause for Noora. All right, you guys, I honestly want to thank you so much. You guys did great. It's not easy to stay in your place for 2 hours. For any of you who are interested in learning more about Noor Kids, at a minimum, go on YouTube and subscribe to our channel so you can see our latest videos. We also have a booth here where we have some t-shirts, we have books. Support our efforts, inshallah. Of course, we will appreciate it. Inshallah, your kids will benefit as well. Every Thursday and every Saturday, we do a live story time just like this, and kids get a new book in the mail every month. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you.